Episode 13, Iran's Role in World War I. Neutrality amid the fires of empire. Hey everyone, welcome back to our channel. If you love discovering the hidden stories of world history and the untold chapters that shaped nations, make sure to like this video, subscribe to our channel, and turn on the notification bell. Because in today's episode, we're diving deep into one of the most overlooked yet powerful stories in modern history, Iran's role in World War I. A nation that declared neutrality but found itself trapped in the crossfire of empires. Stay with us until the end of this video. We've prepared something really special for you at the end. A surprise you won't want to miss. Part 1, Before the Storm. At the dawn of the 20th century, Iran stood at a crossroads of crisis and change. The constitutional revolution had promised freedom and reform, yet political chaos and foreign interference left the country weak and divided. In 1907, Britain and Russia signed the Anglo-Russian Convention, slicing Iran into spheres of influence. Russia took the north, Britain took the south, and the so-called neutral zone was left in the center. Though, in truth, nothing about it was neutral. This secret deal effectively divided Iran without its consent, setting the stage for a century of foreign manipulation. Part 2, Declaring Neutrality and Being Ignored. When World War I erupted in 1914, Iran's Prime Minister, Mustafa al-Mamalik, declared neutrality. It was a logical move. Iran had neither the army nor the resources to fight. But to the great powers, neutrality meant nothing. Iran's land was too valuable, too strategic, connecting British India, the Russian Caucasus, and the Ottoman frontier. Soon, 3 foreign armies entered the country. Russians from the north, Britons from the south, Ottomans from the west. And within months, a supposedly neutral Iran had become a war zone. Part 3, A Country Under Occupation. From 1915 onward, Iran was no longer its own. Each power fought not only against each other, but over Iran's soil. Cities like Tabriz, Kermanshah, and Hamadan turned into battlefields. Villages burned, trade routes collapsed, and millions of Iranians were caught between invading armies. The government in Tehran was powerless. Foreign soldiers dictated what happened on Iranian land. Part 4, The Government of Migration. Not all Iranians accepted this humiliation. A group of nationalists, parliamentarians, and clerics fled Tehran to escape Russian and British domination. Led by figures like Nizam al-Sultaneh Mahdi and Sayyid Hassan Madaris, they formed the Government of Migration in Kermanshah, supported by Germany and the Ottomans. Their mission was bold: to fight for Iran's independence and push out the occupiers. But when Russian forces advanced deeper and Germany's influence waned, the movement collapsed. Even in failure, it lit a spark of resistance and national identity that would burn for decades. Part 5, Resistance and Heroes of the South. While the central government was weak, local resistance surged. In southern Iran, a courageous leader named Reis Ali Delvari rallied his people against British occupation in Tangistan. His bravery and sacrifice turned him into a national hero, a symbol of Iran's fight for dignity. Across the north and west, tribal and local leaders also resisted the invaders. Though fragmented, these movements carried a common dream: freedom from foreign control. Part 6, The Great Famine. Iran's hidden tragedy. War wasn't the only killer. By 1917, Blockades, forced requisitions, and crop failures plunged Iran into a nightmare, the Great Famine. Between 1 and 2 million Iranians perished, nearly 1/5 of the population. It was a silent genocide, erased from most history books, but it shaped Iran's collective trauma for generations. Part 7, Forgotten at the Peace Table. When the war finally ended in 1918, Iran hoped the world would recognize its suffering. A delegation traveled to the Paris Peace Conference to demand justice, but they were ignored. Iran wasn't even allowed a seat at the table. The message was clear. In the eyes of the global powers, Iran's suffering didn't matter. Part 8. The 1919 Agreement. Another betrayal. Soon after, Britain proposed the Anglo-Persian Agreement, granting it full control over Iran's finances and military to help modernize the country. In reality, it was colonialism under a new name. The Iranian public erupted in anger, from the clergy to students to ordinary citizens. Mass protests forced the plan to collapse, but the damage to public trust was irreversible. Part 9. From Chaos to Awakening. Despite devastation, World War I planted seeds of awakening. A stronger sense of national identity began to take root. Anti-colonial and nationalist movements spread through the country. Calls for a powerful central state grew louder, paving the way for Reza Khan's rise to power in the early 1920s. The dream of a sovereign, modern Iran was born out of the ashes of war. Part 10. The Price of Neutrality. Iran did not start the war. It did not take sides. And yet, it suffered as if it had lost one. Millions dead, lands occupied, sovereignty ignored. But from this pain came a new determination. A nation ready to rebuild itself, no longer as a pawn of empires, but as an independent voice in the world. Thank you for watching until the end. If you found this story as powerful as we did, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to support our channel. Your engagement helps us bring more of these untold stories to life. And now, for the surprise I promised you. In the next episode, we're unveiling a hidden story that connects directly to this one. The mysterious rise of Reza Shah, and how foreign powers secretly shaped the birth of modern Iran. It's one of the most dramatic chapters in Iran's modern history. And trust me, you won't believe what really happened behind the scenes. So make sure to hit that notification bell, because you won't want to miss it.